to Simproved, Fry speaking here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. And today we are going to do a huge estate or mansion, I would say. It's in the American style, and it's a very special video today because it's also a collaboration with the amazing Thomas from ThomasTV. He is also a SimTuber and he is doing a collaboration week on his channel. So it's Wednesday, it's the third collaboration on his channel. He has collaboration with 7 other simming friends, I would say. And I'm the third one. I'm very honored that I could collab with him again. We did the Spanish mansion together, so I always build it and he is furnishing it, and that's the same procedure we are going to do with this here. So he said that he would really like to see an American suburbia, I would say a huge family house or mansion, estate, whatever. I'm always very hard with names, or I never come up with names how to call all my houses, because if I would call like every house just family home or estate or something, like I've already done like 250 videos on my channel or so. I mean, I really run out of ideas how to name something. So this is called the Grace Estate, and I really thought it looks really beautiful. It goes well with the name, of course. I had to ask on Twitter though for names. I usually do that and ask you guys, how should I name this before I upload this to the gallery? And then usually some of you, yeah, write me some cool ideas, because me and names, not really good. But yeah, if you want to see this house furnished, you have to move over, oh my god, but yeah, you have to check out ThomasTV's channel. I will link to it, of course, in the video description down below and also in the info box in the upper right corner for you guys. And yeah, let me just talk a little bit about the house. So I actually really found the house on Twitter, I believe. So I've seen that because I'm like following some of these daily picture architecture sites on Twitter. And I'm totally obsessed, of course, with them, and usually always look at their sites if I like some inspiration what to build next. And I've never done like something very, I would say, yeah, American, I guess. This is definitely something that is more American in my opinion. Of course, these kinds of houses are like all over the world, but in my opinion, the color theme, how the layout is and how it looks like, that's something that is typical for these more American houses, in my opinion. I'm really sorry if it isn't, but in my opinion, these huge, I don't know, like $1 million estates look like this sometimes. It's the typical suburban American extravagance. But yeah, this is how I personally see that, and it's really pretty. It's super huge. You will have at least 6 bedrooms, I think, or 5 bathrooms also. It's going to be on the 50 by 50 lot because, yeah, you know, I really love to have my space. And like that, I could also have like a really nice, I guess it's like an entry street thing. I really don't know what to call these things. I really should like look them up and have like a little dictionary for these kinds of voiceovers. But yeah, there will be like a little drive-in, I guess it's called, drive-on to this estate, and then it will also have a really nice garden in the back. So the whole lot isn't like filled with a huge house, it's just like a huge, I would say, yeah, estate. And then you have a really nice garden in the back and a really nice drive-in with a fountain on the front. If I find this house, again, like the picture that I've used, I will place it here now. If I don't, I'm really sorry, but I will provide the link to the actual house that I found. I changed it a little bit because, yeah, it's Sims 4 and you can't really recreate every like tiny aspect of a house. So I've changed a couple of things so it looks more interesting in Sims 4. That's sometimes when I use more little angles in the roofing, for example. I also sometimes add little balconies or something just to make it look more interesting, because some houses are even more plain in real life and then they look super plain, in my opinion, in The Sims 4. And you know, guys, that I always like to do a lot of decoration and details on my houses, outside and inside. This is why they take so long. And this is why also some of my builds, like, they eat your graphics card sometimes. I mean, I get that a lot, especially with the water park or the tropical island, for example. There's a best of playlist on my channel, by the way. If you're interested in like out of the ordinary builds, for example, then I highly recommend you to catch up with like the best of my builds, if you're interested in that, of course. And yes, lots of these builds are very huge. Mostly the biggest lots that we have in The Sims 4, which is the 50 by 50 lot. Or if you have the Get Together expansion pack, then it's even a 64 by 64 lot. In my opinion, we can even go higher, so maybe with other expansion packs for The Sims 4 we get maybe a 100 by 100. I mean, that would be really interesting. I have so many ideas what to build on that. I'm so looking forward if we get something like that, but yeah, who knows. Oh, also I forgot to say there will be a garage. So we don't have cars in The Sims 4, but of course huge estates or like villas or like I guess even small houses, you know, like have a garage nowadays. And since we don't have any cars, we don't have garage doors, we don't have, I don't know, like stuff that is car related or for cars in The Sims 4. So you always have to come up with some ideas how to make it look like a garage door. And this is what I'm going to do here too. So I'm going to use a different kind of wallpaper. I usually use like wooden planks, for example. I usually go with 3 tiles, I guess, wide, and put in some other windows so it looks like a little garage maybe. This is what I'm going to do here too, and yeah, I think it looks like a garage now, like there's like a little garage built into the house somehow or attached to the house. And yeah, that's a trick that if you didn't know this, maybe you could do this for your houses. I usually always forget to put in garages because yeah, we don't have any like garages in The Sims 4, like cars that your Sims can drive, which is a bummer. I mean, I'm not like too big on cars and everything, but I most certainly would like a pack that adds cars to the Sims 4 game, because then I could build garages and all that stuff. I usually always want the expansion packs for building, so sometimes my reviews are kind of negative. I know that, but yeah, that's usually only because there are not so many building objects or something. I know, I'm really like shallow on this thing. Do we have enough building objects? No? Okay, it's a really bad pack, don't get it. But yeah. So as you can see here, oh my god, we're already pretty far into the video. I usually always go with the whole layout or like feel of the house, so I usually always build from the outside to the inside, which means I only look like how is it shaped, where can I add like more roof, where can I pull on like some kinds of rooms, for example, so some parts look bigger and everything. And so I usually always have like a huge concrete block system, in my opinion. Then I put in the roofs, and then I usually start with the decorations. So this is wallpapers, this is also maybe roofing and kind of different friezes and trims, for example. It could also mean that I change the foundation. And yeah, these kinds of things, for example, that's what I do first. And then I move over to the windows, for example, windows, columns, little things that you attach to the walls, which could also mean decorations that are for the walls, for like, for example, balconies in The Sims 4 are also in the wall decorations if you don't build them yourselves. Could also be ivy. Yeah, columns, I already mentioned that. Also roof decoration like chimneys, for example, or little trims on the roof and everything. So that at the end I have like a fully decorated house from the exterior side. Then I usually move over to the gardening and do the gardening first. Sometimes I forget that, but it's actually a really important step to do the landscaping first before furnishing the whole house. Because I like to pack my gardens with lots of lush plants. Sometimes I even resize them, and then they stick into the walls, which I wouldn't see if I do the furnishing first, because sometimes I don't look at my houses again when I'm like done, because usually houses take like a lot of time. I'm going to do a tutorial or some kinds of tutorial videos. It's going to be a series, by the way, because lots and lots of you guys have asked me to do something like that. And I was always like thinking, yeah, okay, I mean, there are already lots and lots of tutorial videos, but maybe my versions are going to be better or maybe more informative. I still have to watch some of them to see what hasn't been covered, I guess, or how I personally do maybe some things differently even when I build a house. And now I'm currently in Spain at my parents' house, and my mom, for example, she plays The Sims as well. She's basically the one who got me to play The Sims with the first game, even like The Sims 1. And I thought it's perfect because she can tell me why she's also only building boxes with like a roof on it. Because I would never do that, and I don't have like the thinking maybe what the hell the problem is with building boxes. Why do they do that? And she will tell me what her problem is, for example. So I will let her build like a house with unlimited money, and then we will see what kind of mistakes she's going to do, and then I will write that down and see if this is something that, yeah, maybe I should cover then. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Maybe you write me in the comments where your problems are. I'm going to do like different sections. For example, we will start with the shape of a house, then maybe roofing and an extra video, pools and fences in another video, and so on and so on. Also maybe wallpaper, exterior wallpaper, for example, how to apply it, where to apply it to make it look more interesting or something, because that's something that also lots of people ask me how they just how like the usual questions are just how. So yeah, I'm in Spain right now. I'm doing my vacation at my parents' house, which is always really cool, being at hotel mom again. And this is why I also have time to maybe record some more videos, which I thought, but basically in the first week now, we are in the first week of 3, I didn't record any videos, so this is like super weird. I already pre-recorded this house before I even flew over here to Spain, and I always thought, yeah, on the first day I'm going to do the voiceover for this video, I'm going to have it ready, and I didn't. I don't know what the problem is. So yeah, we are already at the exterior landscaping, I would say. So there's a little fountain in the middle because I thought that would be really, really cool. I see that on lots and lots of estates, and I used like a little roof ramp, I guess, which is something that I already did in my Sims with Disability tag, which is something you should check out as well. It's a tag for builds and Sims and, I don't know, like even gameplay with Sims that have a disability. And it's to raise awareness that there is no disability, like real disability in The Sims 4, but we have so many other like things that the life simulation should address in the game already, like the gender thing, for example, which is really, really cool. We have like the children now and different ethnicities, for example. So all these things are already covered and really, really cool, but still no disabilities in a game, which I think is also like a part of life. It's a life simulation. I know people who have a disability. Actually, there are lots of people who have a disability, or not even like one, so like more than one. And we don't have anything like that in The Sims 4, which is a bummer, kinda. And this is why there is a tag, and I will also provide you the playlist to all the amazing videos by other Simmers all around the world who have done really amazing videos like Create a Sims, builds, speed builds, let's plays, streams, everything. It's really, really cool. And I want you to maybe watch it and also check out, of course, other SimTubers, because yeah, we're all one big huge community, and I really, really love what everybody else is also like creating. So yeah, like I said, first the house and then it's off to the landscaping. Usually, of course, they have a pool because pools are a must in my opinion. Also very cool to drown Sims. I'm more of a Sim drowner. Yeah, I really like to drown them. That's just my favorite thing, to kill them off. I'm like somebody who really likes to kill Sims. I don't know why. Maybe I have like kind of a issue there. But I always think the animations are funny. I really like when the Grand Reaper comes. And usually I always get tired of my Sims very quickly, and then this is like how it's going to happen, because I need like new Sims that need a new house. Basically it's all evolving over houses, how to build houses. So they move in, I have to kill them, then I need new Sims who of course need a new house again, and then I play them and I have to kill them off because they're really annoying and I want to play another house. So this is basically how this all works. And this is basically why I always like to build houses more than play with my Sims, in my opinion. There are some really some things that I of course play with, but I'm like not the huge storyteller, in my opinion. I'm not very interested in having legacies and all that stuff. So I kinda like to have kind of a quest or something, like something that I have to achieve, and careers and like having lots of babies is just not something that I kind of like. I don't know, it's not something super interesting for the game, but building houses is. So this is kind of my thing since I'm, oh my god, I'm 14, 13, when The Sims 1 came out, I don't know, but yeah, since then basically I'm really always coming back to The Sims. Of course I play other games as well, but usually I always come back to The Sims and build something because it's always so relaxing. So yeah, this is something that I kind of do regularly in my life throughout already. So this is pretty crazy already, like spending so much time of your life with just one game. But I mean, it's not the same game. It's like Sims 1 till Sims 4 now. So yeah, I guess that's a lie that I keep telling me. I'm not wasting my time on Sims. But yeah, that's basically the whole house, guys. I really hope that you like it. It's called the Grace Estate, and yeah, like I said, the unfurnished version. If you want to see the whole furnished version and of course like the whole project merge into one awesome super build, then you have to move over to ThomasTV's channel, which I will link down below, of course, and then the info box in the upper right corner for you guys. And yeah, I really hope that you like it, and I will see you soon. Bye bye!